What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, you like this content that is coming your way, hit that subscribe button, go like, go comment on all the videos. Means a lot, means a ton, man. Second off, man, look, I just got some brand new sponsors, and so my sponsors now, folks, are, for Manscaped, man. So Manscaped, guys, man, if you use the code Nino's Corner, you'll get 20% off and free worldwide shipping from my sponsor, Manscaped. You can see there's the Manscaped logo there, folks. But like I said, folks, man, 20% off. Go to manscaped.com. Uh, and you'll get 20% off using the Nino's Corner tag. So NinosCorner. Like I said, 20% off and free shipping using Nino's Corner, man. So, on that note, guys, man, also, I'm going to do a shameless plug here for my own clothing line, too. So, a promo code on there as well for the Nino's Corner merch. You guys know I always wear my merchandise, so like the Do You hats, the Do You shirts, man. And Do You stands for Don't Be Afraid to Fail. Outgrow your environment, understand your brilliance, man. So, use the code NC Peeps. So NCPEEPS 10. Get 10% off any purchase on the Nino's Corner merch website. So that's ninoscornermerch.com. But folks, today we are here to talk about the Week 6 game, Texas versus OU. Break down the NC N stats, man. So the Nino's Corner number. You guys have been with me here for a while. You guys understand what that stands for. But let's go ahead and just dig into it, man. So we all know Texas lost the game against OU 55-48. Texas was up by 21 points at one time. It was 28 to 7. At that time, you think Texas had the game, pretty much under control. They basically got the OU starting quarterback, Rattler benched. And once he got benched, man, Caleb Williams came in and kind of took over. Threw a bunch of deep balls, which got completed. Man, they were almost like Hail Marys, but they were Hail Marys that were placed perfectly. So, hey, man, Texas has to do a lot better when it comes to the rest of the Big 12, man. But let's just go ahead and just jump into the matches, man. Told you guys, 55 to 48. Texas loses to OU after blowing a 21-point lead. But if we go into the game, guys, let's just take a look at the different stats when it comes to the team. So first off, guys, you guys understand that the NCN is a metric that I use to track the efficiency and the effectiveness of an offense and a defense and the skill players. Average NCN offense for a team and the players as well is 40. For the defensive side of the ball, the average NCN is 45 points. So for the Texas offense, Texas had a flawless offensive day minus the third quarter. 60.34 was their NCN offensive number. Like I said, average is 40, so they bested that. So I got they only had one turnover. Like in the game, they allowed 3 sacks. The offensive line was not the best this game. They had 523 yards though. I got 5 penalties on the team. They allowed 2 tackles for loss, but we had 6 TDs, guys, and we had a successful play rate, guys. So the SP rate, you wanted around 50%. Texas was at 42%, which was a little bit low, but they were still able to get 6 touchdowns without having a SP rate, just above 50. But like I say, 60.34. If a team puts up 48 points for you, gets a 60-point NCN rating, you should win that game. Now, the only reason that you shouldn't win that game if the other offense does something that's a little bit better. And that's what OU did. OU had an NCN of 69.5. They had 2 turnovers in that game. So that kind of took that number down. If they had like only 1 turnover, you're looking at an NCN that's definitely above 71, 72 points, which is outstanding. They allowed 2 sacks, over 600 yards for offense, guys. I see only 2 penalties for the OU offense. They only allowed 2 tackles for loss and 6 touchdowns from the offense side of the ball. A successful play rate, guys, of 44.3. Which is, again, not the highest. You want that to be around 50%. However, it is what it is. Let's go down to the Texas defensive side of the ball. Well, first off, guys, let's talk about the offense and defense again. When we start to look at just the Texas offense and defense per the quarters, right? Texas started out fast. Texas started up really fast, guys. 111.5 points NCN when it comes to the first quarter. You know, truly outstanding. Second quarter, 54.7. Third quarter, which is their worst quarter, 35.2, which is horrible. That's where OU actually came in and did their thing and actually started to catch up. And then in the fourth quarter, Texas kind of kicked it in the second half there, and they had a 42-point NCN. And like for the game, 60.3 points. The Oklahoma offense, guys, 30.2 in the first quarter, horrible. In the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, they were above 70 points. So 78.7 in the second quarter, 70.9 in the third quarter, and 97.3 in the fourth quarter. And so we're looking at, for the game, guys, a 14% explosive play rate for them. And Texas had a 15% XP rate. So, so pretty comparable. When we take a look at the defenses, though, we already said the Texas defense had a 40. Well, I didn't tell you guys this, so this is brand new to you guys. So for the game, the Texas defense had a 41-point NCN defense. The average for a college team is 45 points. So they were well below average. They had I'm talking about a really good first quarter, 60-point NCN defense, which is amazing. And in the second, third, and fourth quarter, it was a wrap. 26.6 points, 31.8 points, and 9.3 points for the second, third, and fourth quarters, respectively. Now, once I take a look at the team stats on the defensive side of the ball, you're looking at, they had one interception. That was the BJ Foster interception. 2 sacks. They caused 1 fumble. No fourth down stops. Shockingly, no penalties for the game from the defense side of the ball. That's what I'm tracking here. And tackles for a loss, they had 2, but they allowed 6 touchdowns. So, like I said before, 41.2 points for the NCN defense. Now, once I take a look at the Oklahoma defense, in the first quarter, guys, they were negative -1 point. So they were horrible in the first quarter. And Texas, of course, was high on the offensive side of the ball in the first quarter at 111.5. But the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, Oklahoma's defense kicked it in. For 50.4 points, 46.9, and 47.1 for the second, third, and fourth quarter, respectively. They finished the game off with a 40.1, but most of that was mainly due to Texas. Well, was mainly due to Oklahoma's low NCN in that first quarter, but they definitely picked it up in the second quarter. And it seemed like Alex Grinch had a lot of adjustments after halftime, and they adjusted perfectly after halftime, held Texas very well in the third quarter and half of the fourth quarter. So kudos to Oklahoma for actually winning that game. You can't knock it. It is what it is. They did their thing. Support for the Ninos Corner podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, folks. The Lawnmower 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code NinosCorner at manscaped.com. Now, folks, let me tell you something. I'm one of the first people to try the new 4.0, and I'm blown away by its performance. The craftsmanship and detail on the 4.0 are next level. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard links with sizes 1 through 4. Did I mention wireless charging? Did I? Well, the new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code NinosCorner at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code NinosCorner. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Let's talk about the players now, guys. So when we talk about the players, let's talk about the wide receivers. And the wide receivers that we got to talk about here now, guys, is our guy, and that is Xavier Worthy. One of the highest NCNs that we've had this season, for a single game. 104.5 was his NCN receiving. I got 11 targets, 9 receptions, folks. Out of those targets and receptions, 261 yards, 23.73 yards per target, 29 yards per reception, 7 first downs. So a 63.64 first down per I got a 63.64 first down per target and a 77.78 first down per reception. 2 touchdowns, guys, which is very high. So a 22.2% touchdown per reception and 18% touchdown per target. And 6 explosive plays, guys. So 6 out of his 7 catches, 6 out of his 9 catches were, plays that were, explosive in nature, meaning plays that were 15 yards or more. So 54.5% XP per target and 66.7% XP per reception. Eight plays that were actually successful in nature. So, guys, when I talk about SP plays, so successful plays are plays that, basically continually get you to go to a first down. So your first down play, you need at least half the yardage on first down to get a first down. And then on the second down, at least 70% of the second down yardage to get a first down. And then third down and fourth down, you need at least 100%. Well, not at least, you need 100% to get credit. And so 8 out of his 9 catches were successful plays. So his SP per reception is 89%. And then, guys, his yak. He had 102 yards of yak. So out of those 261 yards, those were yak, guys. So that's truly amazing. Next guy on the list, we had a Josh Moore sighting this game, guys. So 7 targets for Josh Moore. 7 targets, 4 receptions. NCN receiving a 61.82. So a catch percentage, guys, at 57.14%. 70 yards. 2 first downs, 50% touchdown per reception and 29% first down per target, 2 touchdowns. So I got 2 touchdowns for Josh Moore. Yeah. Was it 2 touchdowns? Yeah. So 50% touchdown per reception, and 28.57 touchdown per target and 1 explosive play. And that explosive play, guys, basically 25% explosive play per reception and 14% XP per target. And 3 successful plays, guys. So 75% SP per reception, 43% SP per target. And he had 23 yards of yak. So no drops today, guys, from the wide receivers. I got one more receiver that I'm going to talk about, and that is Xavier Worthy. No, I'm sorry, not Worthy. Jordan Whittington, guys. So he had 4 targets, guys, 2 receptions. So a catch percentage at 50%. He only had 19 yards. Both catches were, they were for first downs, no touchdowns, guys, no explosive plays, and both of his catches were successful plays. So, not the numbers that I've been seeing from Jordan Whittington over, like the last game at TCU and the first game against Louisiana. But, those 2 catches that he did make were first down catches. And it was something that, that the team actually needed. Now, we all know that Jordan Whittington, he broke his clavicle or he had a clavicle injury. Don't know the extent of it. However, looks like he won't be playing much here in the upcoming weeks. And so we got to figure out who's going to be the team of folks who is going to replace him. Whether it should be a team of folks to replace him or just one single person. Is it going to be Moochie Dixon? Is it going to be Keelan Robinson actually moving from running back up to the slot? That'd be something fun to watch, but we shall see what happens. And now, guys, let's talk about the tight ends. And so the tight ends were, actually used this game. They had 4 targets between the 2 of them. So you had Cade Brewer, who had 2 targets, 2 receptions, 18 yards, 1 first down. He also had one of those plays was a successful play. And Jared Wiley, guys. Jared Wiley had one catch, 2 targets, 69.09 NCN receiving. Only 2 yards. We had a first down and a touchdown. So basically a touchdown. And that's pretty much it, guys. So basically no yak for Wiley. I think Brewer had 9 yards of yak. So wasn't used the most. Wiley could have had 2 touchdowns. Casey missed them early. I think on the first touchdown drive. But we end up, not the first touchdown drive, but the third touchdown drive, or it's the second touchdown drive. And I think Bijan ended up punching in for a touchdown. So, talking about Bijan, let's go to the running backs. And it's going to be really short for the running backs because only one running back got carries this game, and that was Bijan Robinson. He had an NCN rushing, guys, of 72 points, actually 71.8 points. 20 attempts, 137 yards, 5 first downs. So first down per attempt was 25%. One TD, two explosive plays for plays that were greater than 15 yards or more. So 10% XP per attempt and 8 successful plays. So 8 out of his 20 attempts. So 40% of his attempts were SP plays, which was good. No fumbles. So Bijan was the only, back to actually get the ball, as far as actually rushing the ball. So Jordan Whittington actually rushed the ball once, and I think Worthy actually rushed once, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But just a true running back, Bijan was the only one that got carries. So let's go ahead and break it down, guys, and let's take a look at the charts again. Let's go and take a look at the XP metrics. So looking at the XP metrics, when you look at the Texas offense explosive play yards per down. So Texas had 368 yards of explosive plays, which accounted for 70.36%. So 70% of Texas's total yardage came from explosive plays. And basically all of that came on first and second down, which means that Texas got to it often and early. Oklahoma's was a tad bit spread out. 381 yards, which equated to about 63% of their total yardage came from XPs. And they actually spread that out, so 163 yards on first down, 24 on second down, 128 on third down, and 66 yards of XP plays on fourth down. So taking a look at the explosive play yards per quarter. And if I take a look at that, guys, like I said, 70.36 percent of the Texas total yards were XP yards, but per quarter, definitely in the first quarter they got off. Second quarter, still getting that lead built up. Third quarter, only 50 yards of XP yards in the third quarter, which was the worst quarter for the game for them. And then in the fourth quarter, in that second half, they kind of ramped it up, getting the ball to Xavier Worthy. Now, the same thing for Oklahoma. Oklahoma spread it out a little bit more. So in the first quarter, not so much, only 44 yards. In the second quarter, 122 yards. Third quarter, 65 yards. But in the fourth quarter, Caleb Williams went off, had a bunch of yards when it comes to XP plays. And also Kennedy Brooks, as well, a bunch of rushing yards. And we all know the main one was the dagger at the end, to where he ran it in for the touchdown. So those are the XP metrics. I'll go over some of the quarterback metrics now. And this is basically Casey Thompson versus the OU quarterbacks. And so the SP rate, like 40% is the rate that you want. That is the average SP rate for a QB. And so passing, OU for the game between Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler, it was 39%, and Casey was at 43%. Now, rushing, 50% SP rate, and that's all Caleb Williams doing his thing. And, Casey, 0. So total, they were about even, man. 41% for Casey, 40% for the entire, OU group. And I'm pretty sure Caleb Williams is just a little bit better than that. But I don't track the other quarterbacks from from other teams on a per quarterback basis. Only track the per quarterback basis here for Texas. Now, if we take a look at this, the SP rate per down, we're going to look at on first down. The Oklahoma quarterbacks were better, 67% compared to 57% for Texas. Second down, Texas was better, 45% compared to 25%, for Oklahoma. But on third down, Oklahoma was better, 31% to 22%. But, just take it with a grain of salt because Oklahoma ran the ball very well. They didn't have to pass the ball too much on like on the second and third downs. You had Kennedy Brooks who was kicking butt, so he actually, just ran over Texas, so there you have it. So when it comes to the metrics, guys, Texas had a hell of a game on offense, not on defense, but so did OU. So OU had a great game on offense, and it showed. And so on that note, guys, we just got to take a look and see exactly how Texas can regroup. And don't let this one loss change your whole trajectory of the season and make it count as 2 losses. Don't let that happen. But what we can do, guys, is ensure that Texas does their thing, gets things done better, regroups for the next game, just makes it work, man. So I have confidence in Texas that, Coach Sark is going to make this happen here for this team, and we shall see, man. So on that note, guys, man, hey, take a look at the sponsor, man. 20% off promo code, man, for Manscaped. So Nino's Corner at manscaped.com. Use that, guys. Get you some some money on that, man. 20% off and free shipping. Some Manscaped, and also, guys, for my Nino's Corner merch website, man, 10% off promo code NCPeeps10. Get you 10% off the Nino's Corner merch. Like I said, Manscaped is the official sponsor here, for Nino's Corner. So get that, man. Get that Manscaped. 20% off, guys, man. Free shipping, 20% off any purchase there, man. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys for dialing in. All right, and actually, just looking at this video. And yeah, man. Do you guys. Don't be afraid to fail. Grow your environment. Understand your brilliance. And Nino's Corner, I'm out.